This week on SailAway. We've been doing this for a while. For 2 years, we've been cruising the Caribbean, living aboard our boat. And even though we sailed for years before starting this adventure, we've learned a lot. We've mostly learned that it's a constant battle of ups and downs. And recently, we've made some big strides in our boat maintenance issues.
We're still in the cycle of upgrades, repairs. It is working amazingly well.
Number one here is the one that's given us a little bit of trouble. And successes like these start to make us feel like we know what we're doing again. But no matter the successes, one of the biggest things we've learned is never get too full of yourself.
Here's to a new year.
Yeah, we'll do that a few times today.
Because right around the corner, there's a seemingly simple maneuver that'll make you feel like a rookie again.
Okay, can you come back and ease? Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Stuck on something.
Push it. Push it.
It's wrapped around.
Alright, on one turn. Usually you guys don't get to see like the true shit shows. That one, man, we were prepared. You had 3 cameras worth. We ran around and yelled at each other. Alright, well, Happy New Year. Onward!
Ever wish you could escape normal life and experience more of the world?
So meet me on that island. Well, we did just that. We sold everything we owned on dry land and sailed away. Promise me that we'll sail away.
Now we are roaming the planet in search of new adventures and sharing it with you every week.
Just promise me that we'll sail away. So hit subscribe and escape normal with us. And I'll be yours forevermore. Come on, it's just that little button down there. That's it. The tail end of 2021 was chock full of expenses and difficulties. So we were more than happy to usher in a new year.
It's New Year's Eve. We are in St. Thomas. There's like 3 cruise ships in here. There's 2 cruise ships in here. I think it might get a little crazy tonight here. And we just kind of want to change the scenery. So we're going to go head over to St. John's.
Because of all these boat difficulties and my work schedule, we were having a heck of a time hooking up with any of our boat friends or our friends Jeff and Josie who were visiting on land. So we were going to make another effort to catch up with folks, chill, and have a good time.
We're up! Alright, we are up, and just a short, quick hop over to St. John. Shouldn't be more than an hour? Hour and a half, maybe?
Much like land life, often out here the balance challenge isn't trying to tear yourself away from all the fun to get some work done. It's the other way around.
Settle in for our long
passage.
passage. I think we'll have to wait on our passage drink for a while.
I know, yeah. Having my passage coffee is just fine with me right now. Knowing the mooring ball situation was going to be extremely tight, and it is. We did not get lucky and just stumble across a ball that somebody was leaving at the last second. So we're going to go around the corner and start checking out these other bays to see if there's room to just have a peaceful night, and then we'll go see our friends tomorrow.
Not trucking. Well, we made it. not anywhere near where we thought we were going. But we have a mooring ball, and that's what we have.
Yeah, we have a mooring ball. We have a beach. This is a nice beach. Maho and Francis are both very nice beaches. So, yeah, we're here. I just kind of want to lay down for a minute and chill.
Do that.
Felt like a long quest.
Yeah, longer than we expected.
Yeah.
This is Maho on this side.
Francis.
So we are St. Francis, or is it just Francis? Francis Bay, St. Francis Bay, one or the other. And then that one over there is Maho.
Cheers.
To the passive.
Mm-hmm. We earned that one actually. It was kind of a rolly, crazy, rough passage right there.
Here's to a new year.
Yeah, we'll do that a few times today.
Hopefully.
I'm gonna watch some football today.
So not as great. Yes, football.
Final sunset of 2021. Bye-bye 2021. Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out.
New Year's Day. We've officially cleaned up after New Year's Eve.
After our party.
After our epic party of sitting on the couch and
Watching football.
watching football.
You may think that sounds lame. Here we are in the Virgin Islands, right? And we spent our New Year's Eve sitting around on a boat watching football, much like many of you probably did. But we were kind of talking about this as we drank our painkillers. Too many painkillers. Yeah, I don't know. It's like we really, really enjoyed it. It was kind of a rush yesterday. We were having trouble meeting up with people. We couldn't find the ball at St. John, or at Honeymoon, and we kind of got to a point when we finally got over here and there were balls. We're like, let's just chill. Like, I didn't even get off the boat at all. And we watched both the playoff games yesterday. Then we watched the New Year's Eve stuff. It was just really cool. We had battery power. We had easily able to charge our batteries up, which we barely had to do. And it was just nice to sit, drink our drinks, watch football, and for us that's a special day.
But now we are gonna get off the boat and we're gonna go do the hike that we've done a couple times, stretch our legs, and then we're going straight back to St. Thomas. Get on the dinghy.
You probably want your fast shoes. We're coming. You don't have to wait for it. Thanks, Seth. Very considerate.
You made it. First accomplishment of 2022. What else do you want to accomplish this year?
Practicing football.
Practicing football, alright. Do you have something you would like to accomplish in?
Work on our SailAway brand a little more. We want to start offering more things, more products, and got a couple other ideas that we might throw at people. But you'll find out if we do it.
What's happened in it?
Yeah.
My resolution are the same. Plus, hopefully do some more creative things.
Like do
Art and things.
experiments.
You want to do experiments with you?
Mhm.
Okay.
That's one of my other ones.
Okay.
Do more experiments.
Do more experiments.
That's a good one.
Cool. Learn more.
Learn more.
Zeke, what's your resolution? To go on more runs? Okay, let's do that.
Okay, well the conditions are right, so we're gonna try and sail off this mooring ball. We have never done it on this boat. It's always a good thing to practice and to try and to have in your wheelhouse in case something happens. We just had friends, their throttle broke, so it just kind of brings to mind that we need to be able to do these skills and not rely on our motor.
And we're in a good spot right now. We got no boats back here behind us and nice steady wind, you know, obviously right on the nose. And yeah, tons of depth. There's no shallow spots around here to worry about. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to release the port side mooring line because I want to sail off the port. Then we'll come back, we'll pull out the mainsail. It's going to clang around like crazy for a while. And then as soon as the bow points off to port, the direction we want it to go, we'll release the other mooring line. And then we should be able to just sail off.
Yeah, dude.
Just sail away.
Yeah.
Get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
So let's start by saying that if you don't know us, we're no rookies. We've been sailing for a couple decades before we came out here. Something like this shouldn't really be that complicated. We've actually sailed off anchor before, which is a lot more difficult. But assuming something simple like this should go well is exactly the wrong thing to do. Right about here, we were thinking this little jam in our mainsail furler was about the only problem we'd have. And that's exactly why you want to practice while everything on the boat is working well, so that hopefully in an emergency, you really can pull it off.
All right, now we're just gonna wait for the wind to go. Point us the other way because I'd rather sail off that way than that way. There's less obstructions. So as soon as the bow turns us back around, we'll let her go. Okay. Okay, can you come back and ease? Hurry, hurry, hurry. Ease the way out.
It's stuck on something.
Push it. Push it. There it goes.
What am I pushing? It's
Just go
not-
up and push the boom.
It's wrapped around on the fucking...
All right, on one turn.
River, sit. It's like, it's got a kink right in the...
It's so far to watch.
I don't see it.
It's kinked right at the thing.
It's not anymore.
So the problem with this is that a boat of this size will not turn downwind unless you can let the sail out. So we were basically just slow tacking upwind toward the mooring field and the beach.
Still not moving.
How are we going around in circles?
Is the clutch all the way down? I don't know what to do.
It's right fucking here. Like right there.
Okay, travel it up this way. Sorry, I couldn't see where you were talking about. It's free now.
Have you had this situation before?
Not had this situation before. Hey, it's nearly now.
So by the time we had all the monkey knots worked out of the main sheet, I already had the motor running, something we wouldn't be able to do in an emergency. Better luck next time, I guess.
Downwind.
Yeah. that's why you practice. I swear when I looked up there after you told me that, it was not snagged like that until I came across it. It wasn't snagged like that when I checked it. So it must be, you're just prone to do that. Well, there you go. That was a shit show. You know, we're gonna try this any chance we get to see what kind of things can go wrong. Because when you are in a situation where you have to do it, you know, we were able to turn the motor on. Because as much as we're trying to do that and make it work, the last thing we want to do is just stubbornly continue and then like get wrapped around a mooring or run into somebody. Yeah, so we use the motor obviously to save our ass and get things sorted out. Yeah, the problem seemed to be that the main sheet, because the main was flopping, was getting wrapped on something. I wanted to let it loose so that when we went off on our tack, it was already kind of set in a beam reach or downwind setting. But I think we gotta haul it in and keep everything nice and snug before letting go of anything, because otherwise, apparently that's what's gonna happen. Usually you guys don't get to see like the true shit shows. That one, man, we were prepared. You had 3 cameras worth. And we ran around and yelled at each other. All right, well, Happy New Year. Onward!
Luckily, we're pretty good at leaving craziness like that behind us. Lauren forgave me for yelling at her, I think, and we went on to have a really beautiful downwind sail.
Don't wait for me, honey. Don't wait. 'Cause I'm always heading your way.
This is a current cut. Gets a little currenty in the current cut.
The current cut, heading toward current hole. Yeah, it gets really weird. And the wind kind of does weird things through here, so that's why we've got our motor on. Partially to just kind of assist us and make sure we go the right, keep going that way, in case the sails lose effect. And the other part is we got 2 other boats that are coming this direction. I wanted it to not be an issue, so we sort of throttled up and made sure we were the first to get here, so we didn't have like 3 boats trying to jockey for position, all under sail.
Yeah, maybe.
Hot.
We're through the worst of it. The wind is kind of definitely less.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go through without the motor on.
You'll always be the one I want at midnight. You'll always steal my breath.
And we're back. Did you miss St. Thomas for the 18 hours that we were gone?
It looks different.
It does? I mean, because there's not as many boats?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's also some room for my friends.
Yeah, there's room right there for Amani.
Right there and there.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of friends right there.
How'd you sleep? Good morning, folks. We're still in the cycle of upgrades, repairs. Can't remember if I followed up after getting the new alternator on, but it is working amazingly well. Rainy days, cloudy days, that's just not a big deal anymore, because at the end of the day, with hour and a half of charging, maybe 2 if it's really been cloudy all day, and we are topped up. Our batteries have stayed fresh all night long, not having the issues with our fridge kicking off in the night, things like that. And the regulator is super cool. This morning we got it running at about 1500, that's sort of optimal, but I mean, it puts in 30-40 amps at idle, which we've never had that before. So that has been a huge plus. What do you got to show us? What is that?
Well,
A whale shark. I'd love to see a whale shark. But anyway, today's task is all the Watermaker. I'm just going to call them upgrades. They're not exactly fixes because the Watermaker has been running and we've been getting enough water out of it. Its production is just a little low. One of the pumps has not been putting out as much as the other, and our water quality is kind of slowly going down and down no matter what we do. We know this membrane has got to be on its last leg. It's years old, and who knows what kind of treatment it got before us. So today I'm going to put a new pump head on the one pump and put in the new membrane. Something I've never done before, but I don't think it'll be too tough. Number one here is the one that's giving us a little bit of trouble. It's just not putting out as much pressure and output as this one. We get about 7 to 7.5 gallons per hour on that one alone, and 5 or a little bit less with this one. We're going to replace the entire pump head, including, it's not just the diaphragm but the head itself. Got the pump back together, got it reinstalled and hung, and all the hoses hooked up, tested, make sure it runs. I'm just going to run it and see what we get, see if we get equal pressure out of both these pumps, see what we get with 2, see what we get with just 1, and then see what kind of water quality we're getting before I change out the membrane. And that way we'll be able to have a level playing field and know how much, hopefully, our water quality improves with the new membrane. Alright, let's fire this baby up. Thing is nice and quiet, that's a good indication. Pump 2 as well. Just make sure they're both primed up. Get it running and see what our water's like. Alright, well, I've had everything up and running for a few minutes. Fixed a minor hose leak. You really got to crank the hose clamps down like crazy on this stuff because even the low pressure side is pretty high pressure. But with both combined, we're getting right about 13, almost 13. Here's the interesting thing. Here's our old pump, the one that was good before, the better one. It's pump 2. And with just pump 2, we're getting right about 7, which is just a little shy of what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to do about 7.5. Now you switch to 1. This is with the new pump head, and this one's crushing it. We're getting like 8, just a little bit over 8. In case you wonder what I'm looking at, I don't know how well it's going to show up in the video. It's that little tiny BB goes up to show you your gallons per hour or liters per hour. It's one of those things where the new pump head on the old pump now makes the previous good pump not look that great, but I don't really want to buy a whole nother pump head for that one too. Once we replace the membrane, I bet that'll come up a little bit. Oh yeah, and I tested the water. It's still at 875, which is not good, but that's our mark. God, I hope we can beat that. Now comes the really fun part, the membrane. It's really not too complicated, but I have to release both of those high pressure fittings, which I hate to do, and those only have so many loosenings and tightenings in their life before you have to get a new one. Chip to nail.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I got both the high pressure fittings off, and I think I've got all the other items that would be in the way detached. There we go.
You can do it, maybe.
We'll get a nice rolling day with this. That is the new membrane. We got new seals for both the end caps and I don't know what else those are for. I'll figure it out when I open it up, I guess.
Yay.
Gotta get my instructions. I got one end cap off already. But the way these come off, the groove right here, and you have to be kind of nice to it. But you're tapping it very, very lightly. It starts to loosen up. You just unscrew it by hand. So there's the other one. Slide out and the new one goes in its place. There we go. I gotta assume keeping dog hair off it is probably a good idea. That one's going in a lot tighter than the other one came out, so that's good. Should be it. Now we just put it all back together and run it for like an hour before we drink any of it. Got everything put back in. Now we just got to get all the water running through it. We're just going to keep our eye on things. Check for leaks again here. Alright, no low pressure leaks, so that's good. Goes nothing.
Anticlimactic.
Yeah, so far. It's a good sign. Still doing about 13, a little bit better than 13. Well, it hasn't even been an hour that this thing is supposed to run before we use the water. But it's been about 45 minutes and I couldn't stand the suspense anymore. Right now we're just diverting all the products down into the bilge. But I just tested it. 218. That is what we're talking about. That's going to be some good water right there.
Nice job.
Sorry, so it's kind of weak actually.
It's hard to do it on camera. We have clean water now, but what do we not have because of me?
A boat
hook.
A boat hook! When we were mooring in St. John's, I left it on the front of the boat, or the bow of the boat as some people would call it. And and it just made its way off of there because we were sailing back, and so now we don't have a boat hook. But we are thinking about going back to St. John's for a couple days, and you're not allowed to anchor there. Not in the Coral National Park or something. So we have to have the boat hook to be able to catch the mooring ball.
We could probably call that the first casualty of having no net around our lifelines. Probably would have saved it.
Boat hook saga continues. Eric and Rivers went yesterday to look for the boat hook, but apparently winter hours are here in the US Virgin Islands and we didn't realize it and things were closed. And I think it is sprinkling. So I gotta go close all the windows. Hold on. So just kidding, I will wait until it stops raining. There's a little rain cloud over top of us right now. Alright. Still looks pretty gross, but it's pretty much done. And it's not very far away. Hopefully we can get there before it actually downpours on us. We'll see. Glad I waited a minute. Alright. Third time's a charm. It stopped raining. Everything's wet. But we gotta get this done. It's not 4 o'clock. Alright, seems the wintertime hours have struck again, and this chandlery is not open. It is 2 o'clock, 2:30, so it should be, but what can you do? We're in the Caribbean. Another rain, another store. I can't go in because I forgot a mask, but Eric and Rivers are in there, so fingers crossed they have a boat hook. Right now I'm just happy I'm under cover. This one at least was actually open today. It wasn't yesterday. Oh, yay! Success!
You wanna know how much it cost?
No!
About what I expected, $75.
Yay! It's very long.